Hey, yeah, sorry people. Yeah, I totally know that I was supposed to do the video about if you're a black woman and someone said you had an attitude, watch this. So that series is going to get started again. But I'm here in Vegas, and I'm assuming like most of y'all been to Vegas. And for those who haven't been to Vegas, I just gotta let you know, so much shit here is a scam. So I'm at a bar, and this is kind of, you probably heard this before. This is kind of like a little typical. I'm at a bar, and I'm talking to this woman, and everything's going good. And I was like, oh, if you want, I could show you how I make like excuse me, I could show you how I make like my YouTube videos. And then she's like, all right, cool. And we go upstairs. We go to my hotel room, and things get a little sexual. Things were a little sexual when we were at the bar, but I try to make a physical move. She was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm not that type of lady." I was like, well, what type of lady are you?" I was like, she's just like, "She's a business lady." I was like, oh, and then she started hitting me with rates. She was like, "Oh, it's like," she said it was 250. Now, I knew something was hot. I don't think I'm an ugly guy. I think my game is decent. But she was just so hot. And I was like, she can't be this hot and this easy to fuck. So if it was too good, if it's too good to be true, usually it is too good to be true. So she was like, it's 250 for an hour. And she likes tips. Now you're probably wondering, Hugh, if you don't fuck around with prostitutes, why are you doing this? Because I don't want something that doesn't want me back. Now you might also think, well, she does want to fuck you because she wants the money. She wants the money, not the fucking. If she could get the money without fucking me, she would do it. That's another discussion if you want to get deeper. Just comment or whatever. But in a nutshell, I started asking her. I'm gonna tell you why I continued the conversation. So I was like, all right, cool, 250. And I was like, all right, what do I get for 250? And she said, I can't tell you until you pay me. I was like, yo, that don't make sense. And this is literally what I'm saying to her. It doesn't make sense that I have to give you the 250. You hold on to the 50 and then tell me what included in 250. Now I was like, oh, can I suck on your breast? Um, or you gonna give me head, strip tease, or whatever? Knowing that I'm not gonna fuck with her, I still ask those questions. I'm gonna tell you why. And she was like, I was persistent. I was like, listen, I'm not stupid. And then she said, well, if you give me the 250, that 250 doesn't go towards me. It goes towards the agency. I was like, what fucking agency? And she was like, well, if 250 doesn't go to you and it goes to an agency, what the hell do you get? And I was like, how much do you usually get? She was like, 500, 600. I was like, nah, man, I can't fuck with that. She was like, what's in your budget? And, I wanted to say $10, but I knew she was going to leave. I didn't want her to leave just yet. And I was like, 350. She's like, all right, I'll give you service for 350. And I was like, all right, so is it first I give you 250 and then give you 350? And she was like, hey, I'm ready to get paid, so give me the money. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this shit. Peace. And then she was reluctant to leave. Like I was like, I don't want to get in no fist fight. I don't want to knock you the fuck out and get locked up in Vegas. Because then it's a problem, and I'm gonna need bail money. You know. I was like, listen, yo, you want me to call security? And then if I call security, I'm gonna make sure that they know who you are, and it's gonna be hard for you to come back in this hotel. Now they take pictures. And she was like, yo, I got a security guard downstairs. I'm like, yo, tell your security guard to come up and whoop my ass. So I'm not giving you no money. She decided to leave. Yo, if you look at my previous videos, I used to do pranks on prostitutes. And I also made a video about prostitutes not wanting to deal with blacks. You should check that video out. But I just kept it there because I wanted some material, just to tell y'all. And also I wanted to know, like, what was this? So it's a good thing she told me. It's a good thing I let her talk, because she also talked about Backpage, where which is a website where prostitutes solicit themselves. I was like, oh, okay. I already knew about this, and I can't really afford prostitutes. It's not. I don't have enough subscribers to do that, and even if I did, I wouldn't, just for the simple fact like they don't want me. But I don't think I would believe that, because I'm an average guy, and I probably wouldn't think that I don't fuck with prostitutes. So I need to give you a good reason. So, uh, funny thing, later on at night when I come back to my hotel room, and I came back to my hotel room like about 2 in the morning, because I was just out all night, looking to smash something. The only thing I got with, and you know what happens in Vegas, stay in Vegas. All right, so 3 women knock on my door. Well, one woman knocked on the door. Well, forget the Pacifics. I open up the door, and there's 3 women there. And she was like, hey, what's up? I was like, who the fuck are y'all? Because I was like, nah, no. And they was like, we heard from our agency that you called for us. I was like, called for y'all? Who the fuck called for y'all? And this one girl showed her titties. I was like, yo, there's no sense. Like, I see your breasts, but I'm not going to fuck with y'all, because y'all want some money. I'm not giving y'all no money. And one of them tried to physically walk through me. And they were like, all right, well, you can have one of us. All right. I was like, how much would it cost to have none of y'all? And I was just making a joke. And it was like, well, since we came here, you could tip all of us $20. I don't want to entertain this no more. Slam the door on these bitches. Listen, there's a lot of scams in Vegas. You come to Vegas, no, there's a difference from New York and Vegas. New York, they just hustle. Vegas, they try to scam the shit out of people. And prostitution was just one scam. The other scams was when you play the lot machines, always be tentative to your buckets. I was talking to this group. I just randomly like talking to random people. I just love striking up conversation. And I was talking to them. And then we stopped for like a few minutes. And then another dude tried to talk to them. And I was like, oh, excuse me, is this your bucket? And they was like, yeah. And then he walked off, and another girl was talking to that group. And I seen the dude try to steal the bucket. I was like, yo, is that your bucket? Like, I would go after the dude. I was like, I don't know these motherfuckers. There's only one girl I'm trying to fuck in that group. And, I'm not going to fight for them. They should go ahead and get it. So they caught him and he stopped him. And, after that happened, I was talking to the group. I was like, man, good thing I stopped him, because I wanted to talk to one girl that was in that group. I got her number. I'm still in Vegas. I'm working on it. But that's the scam that some people do. They try to take your bucket. Like, if you got any winnings, the bucket where you get your coins from, they try to take it away. You got to watch out, because they'll take it and utilize it probably another day. And it's in their benefits, because they didn't spend no money to get those coins. And there've been some other scams. There've been some people who say they want to drive you to like strip clubs. And after talking to a few people out here in Vegas, and I had some connections in New York that put me on to like what's popping in Vegas, and it was like, um, if you want to go to like a strip club or wherever, you better just take a bus. Don't even take a taxi, because those places they'll bring you to the strip club, and then it's like they say let's tip. They want you to tip, but if you don't tip well, they won't drive you back to your hotel. Maybe if you're a female, they'll drive you back, but the dudes no. So they bring you to the strip club. It's $35 plus a 2 drink minimum, or depending how they feel, it's what, $35 plus a drink minimum, or it's $35 worth of drinks. So you have to pay that up front before stepping in. And they try to get you tourists. Like if it doesn't sound right, yeah, just don't go in. And more than likely, you're probably not gonna drink. Depending on how much of a drinker you are. But if you go to that door, they're not gonna drive you back. So they pick you up to bring you to the strip club. They're not gonna drive you back to the hotel. And then they'll tell you at your hotel that it's only 5 minutes right across that highway. Now it's longer than 5 minutes. It's about like 20 minutes to half an hour. And then and when you're there, they're like, yo, I'm not going anywhere, and I can't go anywhere because of X, Y, Z. They'll come up with some excuse. The best thing to do is go there by bus, period, or get an Uber. Uber just started coming here in Vegas. This I heard some other scams, but I don't remember right now. But I wanted to vlog this, and I'm having an all right time here in Vegas. Uh, Vegas is cool, but watch out for scams. When somebody's talking to you, make sure you are aware where your wallet is. Maybe I'll do another vlog, but that's it for right now.